recording, and we are doing this. We're doing this to do, okay. Oh no, why is this test case again? I just dealt with you. Let's do Control Shift T, new test, nada. Okay, down here. How do we remove this? Droid Studio, stop extending. Yes. So auto generate. It's probably settings. Editor. Code editing. Templates. Okay. JUnit test class. Is it? Yes. Okay, how about hotkeys? Key map. Control Shift T. Go to test. Test. Live template. It's Java. What? Plugins. Version control. Can I uninstall? JUnit. What? Generate JUnit for test. Do I have to? Can I get more information on JUnits? Doesn't tell me. Okay. So this is horrible, but JUnit. Ah, here it is. JUnit generator. Okay. Source path. What's this? Before, after, for each at test. Okay. If I go Shift T, still extends test case. Wait, I changed it, right? Yes. 4. So I'm going to be doing this over and over. I need it to change defaults JUnit. Okay, if I go to editor template, code template, JUnit3. If I get rid of this and apply, then I generate a test. Okay. Oh wait, it generates that. I don't know why it's using this template. So this is code template. Switch template. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I guess this works for me. Yes, I can do that test. What? Let's add JUnit test to the template. Okay. Now, I should actually move these two into this class. And they both need to be public. And this should also be moved into the off on package. So this should run. And this should create the test, right? Yes, okay. So everything except for this. Right. This R move off on. Let's name them up opponent and change. Okay. Now this it Control W. We are taking the boolean, so this is really is checked, right? And we are on check changed. What do we want to do? So if is checked, then we want to, so that means it's on, which means we need to add broadcast listener and else remove broadcast listener. Right. And yes, and somewhere here um sets off on button to if broadcast listener already added. Right, because we want to change this to the broadcast list. Right, and we'll do that later. So on check change, if it's true, then uh, broadcast listener enable. Right. Now, see here, I have a broadcast. I have something like this right here. And enable, okay, has to be like that. See, has to be a wrapper because I believe package manager is a final class, which means you can't mock it. No, package manager is fine. Or one of these is component name. Component name is the final class. So this is the final class, which means we can't mock it, and I believe it can't be null. It's not supposed to be null. We have to pass in, yeah, yeah. So this makes it so that we can't test this class, which is annoying. But yes, we'll have broadcast. Yeah, so it's a broadcast receiver that we need to enable. and it's for what does it do? What does the broadcast receiver do? It's because we need to name it. So broadcast receiver is it's going to be it's going to listen for what? It's going to listen for a notification from messenger app, messaging app, right? And then if messaging app is not focused, have to figure out what that is. Then if it's not focused and if the setting is vibrate, then it will ring, right? It will play notification sound. Yes. So it's in charge of what? It's in charge of playing the notification sound, right? But listens for a bunch of stuff. But it's called when on notification. Let's see. Is there a broadcast Android broadcast receiver for notification? Okay, broadcast receivers. I'm doing it right, right? Broadcast. Yeah. Does this have? No, it does not. Okay. Broadcast. It should be in the manifest. Type. Intent filter. Right. Let's see. I know this one works. No, that's not what. Okay, intent filter. Android intent filter notification. intent to specify. Okay. Starting a service to common intents. Show all alarms. Calendar, camera, email, map, phone. Here. Wind. Message. What? SMS received. Oh. Okay. So this is an SMS received. Seems that way. Okay. Okay. This would be, we don't only care that's a broadcast receiver here. Right. Create class. Right. And we need a package manager. So wrapper package manager. Package manager. Yes, equals. Right. And this I need a to do. Create class. And to do. Okay. And what we want is package. Well, we want to create this thing, right? And we're going to call a method, so we need this. Equals new. And we're going to call off on dot set change. We don't care about that, and we have a boolean is checked equals true. And we pass that over here. And then we verify, and we should take this and put that in the over there. So we have to verify that package manager. Wait, package manager could save this broadcast receiver. So it could be just like this. I was thinking of putting it in here, but like we only ever going to enable disable, and this the constructor should have it because it's going to get disabled. So yeah. Nah, let's not put it here. Okay. So is checked enabled. Okay. Run. I should have errors because no, I shouldn't. It should not give me an error because this actually has to go in here. Okay. Then we go to related problem. We need a nope. We need a package wrapper for the package manager. Do I want to get rid of this? Because it feels like everything is going to be public. Okay, let's see. This is public, this is public. Yeah, because it all needs to reach in here. Or I could make it so that it's like new off on this, right? And have the off on deal with everything, which would make it a lot cleaner. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, okay. We'll just take activity and we'll put all this into the activity. Right. And that means that this doesn't have to be public. This does not have to be public. Right. Is that, yeah. Okay. Okay. So this thing is, yes, it doesn't need those anymore. It doesn't need these anymore. Oh, off on needs to go in here. Right. And this needs to be public. And I can get rid of this. Right. And this is the only one. Okay. Package manager. Now that looks good. Okay. Okay, this is a refactor. We're refactoring main activity, moving off on duration to off on. To off on. Okay, the test, I'm still testing that, right? And all of these should be like just empty classes. Well, that one's because I moved, but this should be an empty class. Yes. Yes, it's all empty. And this is moved. Okay. So it's only the test that should not be committed. Yes, I added a bunch of to-dos. Commit. Okay. And we are doing this one, Control B, Control Shift T, and Control Shift F10. Run them all again. Make sure that it fails. And we want to make it pass. So enable. Alt right key, Control Shift F10. Practicing my hotkeys. So it works. That's great. That means I can save it. T, and it's on check change listener. Like so. Okay. Now, we don't actually want the constructor to enable, right? So we want this to be 0, but we don't want this, and we don't need this. We don't need that. Control S, Control Shift F10, Alt left. Alt left. Okay. Yes. Control Shift S, Alt right, Control Shift F10. And it passes. Good. Control C, Control K, Control V. Right. Now we want to do disabled for if it's false. So here, if it's false, we want to disable, right? So false, disable, create this method, Control W, Control Shift F10, right? One fail, package manager.disable, alt right, and they all pass. C, Control K. Yes, I added a to do. Now we also want this thing for disabled. Disable. Disable. Okay. Control Shift F10. Alt left. Okay, Alt right. Control Shift F10. Yes. Now we don't want it to flip-flop between these. So we want it when this is disabled. We want enable. We want 0. 0 enables. Okay, so if is checked. Right. I think that should solve it. And then we want the inverse. Oh, gotta checked. False. No enable. Okay, yes. So we want, if this is true, we want 0 disables. Disable. Oops. I have to, what's this? Control Shift T. Control Shift F10. I need, yes, I need, it fails. Put an else there. Control save. And they all pass. Glorious. Oops, Control K. So refactor, this package is checked. I guess. I just removed comments. Okay. Oops. To do. So this hasn't been called yet, but this gets called. Yeah, I can do this. Extends broadcast receiver. Right. And now we need to add in the manifest. Let's see. Broadcast receiver, this one. Right. And we need to add that below activity. And we have to name it dot off. It's off on. It's not popping up. Oh, this needs to be public. Right. And we are copying this bit right here. Right. Now if I do Android provider dot s dot provider dot, that's weird. It doesn't have it with the dot. The dot is only intent actions. Do I need intent actions here? Are you doing it in the manifest? Yes, you are. And this is an intent filter. And this is intent filter receiver. They match. I probably need this permission, but we'll look into that. Yeah, we'll test it. We'll test it. So this all goes inside here. I'd say this is probably one warning. So it does need that permission. Can I get it from here? No, it doesn't. Okay. Believe I put permissions in. I could put a slash there. Yes. Now, that means I'm going to need to ask for the permission before the off on button is changed. And this should probably go into its own package. Right. Refactor. Come on. Refactor move. Is it already in there and it's not like... It says it's in there, but it's not showing in here. Maybe if I reopen. There it goes. So I need in off on to check for SMS permission before 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 allowing the off on switch to be clicked. Right. Now that means, yeah. So I want to check. Yeah, I saw that. Yes, I added the do's. So that means I want to be able to check, run this and see if this works, this broadcast works. But before that, so should I make another project and just check if the broadcast receiver is working? Probably. Yes, I'll make a new project. So this is an example, so I'm gonna save it in my resources. Right. It's an Android Studio. And this will be a broadcast receiver. SMS received. Okay, where did it go? SMS here. Right. And I shall have the same name. Java Marshmallow finish. But let's see how long. 45 minutes. This is a good stopping point. See you guys next time. Control